سعيدا كن فريدا عش بفخر في الحياة لا تبالي فالمعالي بالتحدي لا سواه.
One person, one strong determination, one amazing transformation. Assalamu alaikum, my dear viewers, and welcome to episode 5 of Game On. My name is Zishan Chakpar. I will be the host for today's show. 2 years ago, my guest here started his weight loss program, and since then, he has lost more than half his weight. And today, he represents the epitome of health and fitness. Karibu, Sajjad.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Sajjad, and as Zishan has put it very rightfully, how do I put it? 2 years ago I was a different man. 2 years ago I used to be a sack of potatoes. 2 years ago life was different for me. And as you'll find out, the transformation started in about a few hours on a single day.
What was that changing point that changed your whole life? What was it that said enough is enough? I need to.
I think it was the 4th of January 2015 when I had come to offer my prayers in the mosque, and at that time Sheikh Noor was leading the prayers, Maghrib prayers if I'm not wrong, and I went into sajda and had to get up because I could not stay there longer. I ran out of breath. I thought I was going to die. That made me think, where had life taken me? What had happened? What had gone wrong? So I approached Sheikh Noor after the namaz.
Amazing.
And told him that I couldn't pray any longer standing.
Wow.
So Sheikh Noor said, Sajjad, you can use the chair. And I thought to myself, a 30-something-year-old boy needs a chair to pray? I went back home for the first time in 25 years probably, kept dinner aside and sat down and pondered on what had gone wrong.
So what did you do next after that? What was the step that you took?
In fact, I should take you one step back and tell you and show you what my life was before the transformation started. My life was, I would say it, a very boring one, whereby I used to wake up in the morning, go to work, come back in the evening and hog and eat and go to sleep and back to work next day in the morning. Never watched what I ate, never thought about tomorrow. When I used to come to public gatherings, God, the names I was called.
That must have been very difficult.
The name like elephant, tusker, which in our language is an elephant, the tusk of an elephant. What I went through, the name calling, what my kids went through was totally devastating. So on that particular day, when I actually sat down and said, enough is enough, Sajjad. It's time to change. So I sat down and said, what is the first thing I can do? The first thing I needed to do is to find out where I was, where I stood at that point of time. So I contacted my local doctor and he told me, first go get your BMI done, your weight, weigh yourself. So I told him very casually on the phone, I must be around 110 kilos, 115 kilos. He told me, no, Sajjad, no.
Are you telling me you're not weighed yourself?
No, I never weighed myself. I never found it important to weigh myself. Or my waistline to know what. I never found it important. So he said, no, not what you think you are. Just go next door clinic and get your BMI done and weigh yourself. So when I walked into that clinic, the sister in charge asked me, what do you think you will be weighing? So I said probably 112 kilos, 110 kilos. So she said, here is your weighing scale, stand on it. So I did. Believe you me, that was a shock of my life. When I stood there, I weighed a staggering 168 kilos.
Whoa, that's
That
mind
should
blowing.
be what, around 330 pounds, 300 pounds or so. And the so-called BMI, which I thought I was at 32, which I should mention to you, Zishan, the normal BMI or the accepted BMI should be between 25 to 30.
According to your
According to your BMI is the body mass index.
Correct.
Your weight, your height. So 25 to 30 should be the normal one, a healthy one. The not very healthy one should go up to 35. My BMI was 51, which was off the charts. Huh?
And you had no clue about it.
I had no clue about it. I sat down on that chair in the clinic and started crying. Like, how did I get to 168 kilos? So that was my turning point. And I thought to myself, is it possible to get back? And then I remembered Obama, who said, nothing is ever impossible.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Correct.
So I set myself a goal. I did an appetite control procedure,
Okay.
which could give me a grace period where I could control my appetite for a while. And
But
my peers always told me, we give you 30 kilos. Lose 30 kilos, come back to us, we'll talk.
But there must have been something after that procedure that you had to keep a strict regimen.
As you know, the gymming freak, the health freak have said, abs are built in the kitchen and not in the gym. They always say that.
That's true.
So 80% of your weight loss is what you eat and not how you work out. So first what I had to do is not only watch what I eat, but I had to cut the portions
Okay.
and eat very little. That is what a control appetite procedure is all about.
So were you monitoring yourself day in, day out?
Of course. This started probably around after I got all my results, all my tests done and my results. This was February 2015. So I started from the mark of 168 kilos. And there was a few regiments I went through. This beautiful club, which I'm sure you will all take advantage when you get here for your Furaha festival. Wonderful piece of land where we have all the facilities here. Was a game changer for me.
I remember you used to come in the evening for prayers, Maghrib, and probably do how many laps?
I started off with probably kilometer and a half, translating to like 4 to 5, 3, 4, 5 laps. By the time I got to the year point, a year later, 2016 February, I was doing 28 to 32 laps.
And how many kilos had you lost?
Okay, the transformation started it was quite gradually, so it was not a steep drop. I started with 168. First month there was no loss, but I knew you could not give up.
Did that put you down?
No, of course not.
So the idea
When
is
you have
never
a
give up.
mindset, I would like to mention this, that weight loss has got nothing to do with changing the way you eat or how you eat or how much you eat. Weight loss is a change of mindset, is a change of lifestyle. How you live is how you change. It's nothing to do with આજે બ રોટલી ખાધાશું તો સવારે એકરી ખેંદાશું.
Are we saying
કે
that,
ભજીયા બટેટા અડધા ખેંદાશું.
are we saying that the body believes in what the mind sets it to?
The body will do what your mind intends to do.
Correct.
It's as good as that. So, for anybody who is actually watching this and want to go through this transformation, please do not go and lock your stores up or hide your dinner plate, because that is not where the change is all going to come from. The change is going to be when you sit down and change your lifestyle. Why do I need to take an elevator down? I need to take the stairs down.
So is that the message you're giving to our community members?
Of course.
Do you feel that in our community there is a problem of this, the weight issue, the fitness issue, and how does it relate to the festival? That will this festival? Do you think the festival will change people's mindset?
I think so. Our community at the moment we need to wake up. We need to see the health risks. We all hear, oh, bhai ke heart attack avyo, ee bhai jo ee blockage hai. I'm sure all of you have heard about it, that we are going through this phase whereby we are not eating healthy. We don't bother coming for workouts. My advice would be very, very, very simple. It is very simple. We need to change our lifestyle. Forget about what you're eating. Change your mindset, because that's where that's the real change. Why do we need to park the closest to the building? Why not park the furthest and take those extra steps here? Why do we need to drive to work? Why not walk to work or ride to work? As I mentioned, why take the elevator when you can take the steps down?
Sajjad, now that we are coming to the festival, which is around the corner, what, 2 weeks, in 2 weeks' time?
Exactly.
Before I come to that, you are part of the 2008 Amani Festival.
Yeah, of course.
You are in the organizing committee. You probably have a lot of experience. You're also taking part, or there's a role you're playing in this festival. What is your role, and how do you see that?
The 2008 festival was, I would say, the most fantabulous festival hosted by Nairobi Jamaat, and we hope and we have promised to up this time round. The Furaha is going to be 10 times better than the money. I promise you. I was then the head of volunteers and head of transport then. I'm the head of volunteers in Furaha Festival. Guys, Nairobi is the place to be. Nairobi is multicultural. Nairobi is a city which does not sleep. Nairobi is the only city in the world where you see wild animals in the middle of the city. There is a national park running through the city. You don't find that anywhere in the world. For those who have registered, I know you are impatient and we are waiting for you guys. For those who have not, you snooze, you lose.
So do we say Nairobi Oye?
Nairobi Oye.
Nairobi
We are
Oye.
waiting for you. We are waiting for you. We are waiting eagerly for you. You are going to have the time of your life. I can promise you that. And Nairobi has always been, all along in all festival, the best destination. UN has claimed Nairobi to be that. The best weather in the world. Cosmopolitan community. Multicultural. Diversified. The city which never sleeps. So I say this again, for all of you who have not registered, you snooze, you lose. And for those who have registered, we can't wait to see you.
You've heard it from the man himself. I think he must have been paid by Furaha Festival to sell Nairobi. But yes, we welcome you all to Nairobi for the Furaha Festival, and we shall see you there. Thank you very much.
And once again, Nairobi Oye!
Nairobi Oye! Thank you very much, and we shall see you here in December. Nairobi Oye!